Hello, and welcome to the Scotland versus Faroe Islands live stream. Just like the top of my head, it's not in the camera. Is everyone sort of recovered now from the absolute best Scotland match I've ever seen in my lifetime, anyway? With that absolute comeback against Israel. It took me a few days, or how many days? To be fair, even last night I was still a bit. This is amazing. I'm absolutely buzzing for this. What's that shot? Go there. Yeah, absolutely incredible. But it's 3 points, as Steve Clark says. We've got to do it all again today, because I know it's mathematically possible that even after today we could just finish second, but we are relying on Moldova to win. So we've got to take advantage of the fact it's in our hands here going forward and try and get the result. I'm kind of happy with the formation, you know. I know a lot of Rangers fans out there will be a bit gutted to see Nathan Patterson drop down, but on the first half performance, obviously I'll get into the second half later on, the first half performance was absolutely tragic for him, and we need to start this game in the front foot because we don't want to put ourselves in the same position that we did on Saturday. And I do like to see Ryan Fraser coming in there because he's got experience playing against the Faroe Islands, and that last time we played them against 4 goals we scored. We sort of need that now in the right hand side because we need to spread them wide, and that's going to be our best opportunity. And it's obviously a good opportunity now again for Grant Hanley to come back in, securing his spot. Because obviously Steve Clark was just saying in his pre-match interview there he needs the height in the middle, and that's true because Faroe Islands is a big team, like they are absolute units of men. So we're going to need a lot more support in the back, and Grant Hanley offers that, and it gives a good chance now for Scott McTominay to move up the pitch a bit forward now. So we've got a lot more to do. I think it's not going to be an easy game today. I don't see us scoring 4 past them, especially with the record we have. Obviously, I hope I'm wrong, because I've left a link down in the description where it's the rules of how we can actually qualify, and goal difference could come into who we end up playing, especially because we don't want to be drawn against teams like Sweden, Portugal and Ukraine. Hello Darno, how are you? Welcome back. We don't want to be coming up against them teams, so we want to make sure that we're in the top seed to try and come up against one of the lesser teams. I know Norway's one of the good opportunities if we can get, but we want to avoid them just because if Haaland just decides to play, we could be absolutely screwed. My score prediction for the game, I'm going to go 2-0. I don't see them scoring because we need to sort of fix the mistakes that we did have the other day, letting them scoring from set pieces. So we need to sort of address them issues that we have to not let that happen. But I'm going to go with a 2-0. I think it's going to be John McGinn and Lyndon Dykes again. Lyndon Dykes is going to break the record tonight for the 4 consecutive Scotland match scored that's been held since 1961. I think they mentioned on Sky Sports there, which is an unbelievable stat. The fact that nobody has scored in 4 consecutive games since then, especially in our glory days of the 70s, 80s and early 90s, apart from that Euros. So I'm going to go with that. John McGinn's going to get another one. He loves a goal against the Faroe Islands because he got 2 the last time, and I think Lyndon Dykes is going to break the record. I don't see him being on. If we get a penalty first, though, I don't see him being on the penalty. I think he's going to score a header from open play. Dave McFarlane Blues, Faroes 0, Scotland 6. Optimistic, and I hope you're right, mate, because we could do with a goal difference. A draw would be a bad result. Like, we've got to come here and get 3 points. If you said before that like our final 3 games was going to be Faroe Islands, Moldova, and an already qualified Denmark last, you would have absolutely taken that, especially when it's in our hands now to qualify. We've got to absolutely go for this. Scotland to win 3-0 is 13-2 according to Bet365. But yeah, a draw is no good. It's a win or nothing here. We want to make sure that we can just qualify in one game against Moldova. Because if we win tonight and I win in Moldova, the Denmark game is only for position to get seeded. Which I think it is getting to the stage now where we can look that far ahead. We can look to see who we actually might get playing against in the playoffs, especially with 3 games left. Like, you've got to get your hopes up. You've got to keep your eye on the prize. Especially as fans, we can look at that. As a player and a manager, they've got a job to do. and win the games. We can do the getting our hypes up and getting our hopes up. Sorry, getting on the hype bus and getting our hopes up. We can look at all that. They're the ones that have to go for it. I'm kind of nervous. Like if you speak to someone who's not Scottish, like they'll be thinking, Faroe Islands, you should easily win that. But we really have to be on the ball here. Like we cannot let this one slip. We can't do a slippy G. We've got to go for it. You've got to get the win here. As I said, 2-0 Scotland. It's going to be a Lyndon Dykes and John McGinn. Who's your goal scorers? I took away the wee live screen thing. The last thing looked a bit of a waste. It was kind of wasted, to be honest. I would love to have the match up here, but we can't exactly get it. Camera's gone a bit blurry here from the stream. I don't know if it's just the quality I've got it streaming at. Yeah, it's at 48. I wonder why it's not in HD. I'll try and sort that out for the next time. But it'll keep the live stream going anyway, so I'll try and sit back a bit so the quality looks alright. I don't have one of these super like studio setups or that where everyone looks in HD quality. I've got a basic green screen behind me and that. So you just want to make sure the camera's actually working. Fair play to the amount of Scotland fans have actually made out to the Faroe Islands. I saw it in a couple of Twitter channels and that they were like stopping off in Amsterdam on their way to the Faroe Islands, which you've got to give respect to. Some journey to make in 3 days as well, but obviously they had them planned for a long time before that. I don't really actually know who to be aware of here for the Faroe Islands. Let me know in the comments, like who's their danger men, who's the ones to watch out for. Because we kind of got a big game here. That number 15 there, I mind him playing the last time. He was kind of a handful. He was like a big unit of a guy. Look at the tunnel where they've got to walk out. It looks like a warehouse. The stadium they play in is actually really small, isn't it? I like the team that Scotland's put out. I know some Rangers fans out there will be a bit disappointed to see Nathan Patterson dropped, but I think based on the type of game we've got to play here, Ryan Fraser's like a good slot in there. We do need that pace going up there. I know Nathan Patterson has that, but with Grant Hanley and Ryan Christie also coming in, I think we're going to have enough at the back now as well as going forward. It's a shame about Che Adams. It actually seems to be more Scotland fans in the stadium than Faroe Islands, so it's going to be like a Hampden 2.0 here. It's not even a sold out stadium, which is a bit disappointing for the Faroes because you should really all be coming out here, but I suppose it's a Tuesday night and it's chucking it down. Ali McCoist is just saying there he got told off on the amount he's done there. The Bournemouth Stadium. What's the name of their stadium again? I've been there before, but I can't mind what it was called. It's definitely not the biggest of stadiums, but fair play to every one of you Scotland people that have got out there to the game. Getting it to an away game is such a good feeling. They've got walkout 1-1. Billy Gilmore for a goal. He deserves one for how well he's played. He controls the midfield too well, and he's always good at like pulling back. Like I've said this whenever I was commentating on the Austria game. Billy Gilmore's work off the ball and getting into positions to making himself available is bar none the best what Scotland have got. I think he deserves a goal as well, but I don't know if he's going to get it. It's just not really his style of play. If it is, it's going to be a long ranger. He's going to get it from way outside the box if he's going to go for it. He does deserve a goal, but I just don't see it being in this one here because they're too big at the back that I think we're going to have to do sort of, as they say, tiki-taka football, and I hate the fact that we've got to compare that to Scotland. National anthem time now. I wonder why Kieran Tierney never sings along. Jeez, you can hear the Scotland fans in the stadium. So loud. It's always funny seeing Craig Gordon stand beside Andy Robertson, just the height difference. I didn't actually know Ryan Fraser was shorter than Billy Gilmore either. I knew they were both tiny, but I wouldn't expect to be a massive difference between them. Grant Hanley is a unit of a man, isn't he? Can't believe how many Scottish people got to the Faroe Islands. Like, we've got the best fans for the countries, like, no exception. It's just a shame we've had such an awful time over the past 20 years, apart from this year. The Tartan Army is louder than the actual Faroe Islands fans, though, which you've got to respect. If we win and Austria lose and Israel, yep, that's it. We're straight into the playoffs, mate. But we still want to win every last game. Callum McGregor is not starting the day. He's been rested. Scott McTominay's taken his position, and Scott McTominay's position was replaced by Grant Hanley coming in. It's a good lineup, though, a very good lineup. It's unfortunate about Che Adams, but we've got Ryan Christie's going to be filling in that position. Yeah, I hope Lyndon Dykes is going to get his goal. Like, it would be good to see that record getting broken. I was chatting to my dad earlier on, and he was a bit all over for this game, and it's going to be a nervy one. It's going to be a nervy one. It is possible for us to qualify now. Wow, 8. Faroe Islands have 8 yellow cards. Only 2 of their centre backs and striker don't have a yellow card on them. Come on, Scotland. Get a wee early goal here. Don't concede in the 4th minute and let us shite ourselves for the time coming up. I've not got the tenants tonight. I'm on the classic Iron Brew. That actually looks weird, the green screen. You can see straight through it. We have 6 yellow cards. That's it. Iron Brew original recipe. I think that's how it works. I don't know if it's 3 yellow cards you need to get. I'm not actually sure on the yellow cards rule. Like, I should know that, to be honest, but I think he might be out. They might be out. But if there is one game that you want to sort of be sitting with a yellow card on, it might be the Moldova one, just to come back for the Denmark game. Because Denmark qualify already tonight, I think, with a win. But I've put the rules to the qualifiers in the description down below. We really need to get our points up here, because we want to be considered one of the seeded teams, because if we're unseeded, we can come up against teams like Croatia and Czech Republic again, which we do not want to do. I'd rather avoid them. Portugal's in there, Sweden, Ukraine, all teams that went quite far in the Euros. Like, we have to avoid them teams. We want to make sure, as well as if you're a seeded team, you play your first game at home, and we want the Tartan Army there, no matter who we play. Right, straight away there, ball goes out for a throw. Faroe Islands on the attack down the right-hand side here, picked up there by Andy Robertson, who gives the ball away in a very bad pass, but Faroe Islands go for a really long ball here. It's collected now by Craig Gordon at the back, and Scotland have their first possession of the ball. This is going to be one of these games where we really need to concentrate. Craig Gordon put it out there, and a very long ball now going up. Headed back there, and Grant Hanley's picked it up. Didn't realise we're playing on AstroTurf actually. Scott McTominay collects the ball in midfield, gets tackled from behind, and it's going to be a free kick to Scotland outside our box. Number 8 there, just a bit of a challenge from behind. It didn't really need to be done. We're doing some beatboxing here. Right enough there, they were just mentioning there, it was Fergie time when Fergie was there. Scotland pushing up. We have now possession in their half. Out to Andy Robertson, back again. I thought that was Billy Gilmore, but from the angle he was looking at, looked like he was number 11 there. Not really much happening so far. We're making some passes, but Lyndon Dykes gives the ball away there. Faroe Islands a really long ball, and it's going straight back to Craig Gordon. Like, the good thing about it is absolutely chucking down. Which is good for us because we normally perform better in that. Billy Gilmore with a long ball up to Lyndon Dykes. Takes it down. Not offside apparently. Cross in, taken back out. Well defended there for the Faroe Islands, and Scotland get a throw very high up the pitch. That was a great ball there. We need as many goals as possible as it will help our goal difference. Yeah, 100% Jamie. We need as many goals as possible, especially just not conceding them as well is very important. Great ball in there from McGinn and cleared out again by the Faroes. And Andy Roberts is going to take the throw. That's what I'm saying. It's going to be a very difficult game for us to break them down at the back because they're playing with like 7 men behind the ball. Great ball there through to Ryan Fraser, who does an early cross in just over the top of Lyndon Dykes, and it goes out for a corner there. Oh, we know what we can do from corners. Come on. Nice wee early goal here. Get this sorted. John McGinn corner. There isn't going to happen. Like, no way it's happening twice. Right in. Keeper collects it. No, he punts it. Doesn't know what he's doing. Ryan Fraser coming on to collect it. Brings it down. Has Tierney available. Tierney back to Christie. Going out there. A big long cross in there into Lyndon Dykes. Touchdown. And it's going out for a goal kick there. Not a bad start from Scotland. Two positions there. Ryan Christie. Did no one get in the end of that? Might have come off Lyndon Dykes actually. I don't know who it came off of there. I don't even know if it hit anyone. Right, big long goal kick here from the Faroe Islands. I actually chugged that Iron Brew completely. That's all I got left of it. Straight in there. That's got to be offside, surely. Faroe Islands on. They've absolutely... They had such good opportunity. Yeah, it did look offside there. If they got a goal from that, it would have been a bit weird. Don't know if the Faroe Islands have ever even had VAR in their country. Kieran Tierney playing him onside there, marking his man though that he had to overlap. Oh my god, he should have just shot. He should have just shot. Faroe Islands missed an absolute great chance there. Billy Gilmore gets the ball down. And Jack Henry collects that. I've got a wee alerts here coming on for the goals. Israel 1-0 up. Nope, taken off there. Israel against Moldova as well. Israel should win that. Scotland got possession high up on our half. Just passing around to the back currently. Really long ball to Andy Robertson, who he does control it, gets the cross in, but it was just a bit too in front of him there. Just goes straight out there, and the Faroe Islands get a goal kick. Been an okay 6 minutes. That's another foul there. Scotland free kick in our box, or just outside our box. Excuse me. Craig Gordon ready to take this free kick. Hoofed it right up. Faroe Islands, massive. They're huge, man. Like, they're absolute units. They just like picked the biggest guys that are alright at football in the country because they're so big. Great touch there, but recovered well there by the centre backs there. McTominay recovers and he gives the ball away needlessly. Faroe Islands on the counter now. Slowed down. Got all the Scotland players are getting back into position, which you love to see. Fix our mistakes. Players cover for each other. One of the Faroe Islands boys went to university in Aberdeen. Long ball now getting crossed over. Andy Robertson collects it straight down to Billy Gilmore, and we've got the ball back at our feet. Jack Henry with a little bit of pressure now. Pass to Craig Gordon, who does a massive hoof up the pitch. Lyndon Dykes misses the header. Ryan Christie touches it down, gets it under control. Just a little bit too in front of him there. He could have got it onto John McGinn, and Faroe Islands have just got a free kick there. So not a bad there run of play. Like, it's not as exciting as it was the other day. We're already behind at this point on Saturday, so we've got to look at the positives. But as I said, Faroe Islands are not going to be easy. They're big guys and they're going to win headers. Like, we want to not concede any sort of corners and free kicks in dangerous positions like that we gave away on Saturday. Passing it about quite well, Faroe Islands. Through ball there to nobody. Oh, they've given it away there. It's going to be a throw in, and Faroe Islands very high up on our side of the pitch. Hendry maybe could have done a bit if he was a bit stronger there, could have held him off a bit. Yeah. Not really much to that one. I'll try and put the... Oh yeah, I had crowd noise in the background, so it's not just like me sitting in silence chatting if I'm not doing that. Going to be a long throw here from the Faroe Islands. Straight into the box. Maybe just went a wee bit over there. Should have maybe been a full ball. Craig Gordon collects it there. Nothing really to worry about from that. Scotland slightly moving up the pitch here. Not much happening. Just passing around a bit with the defenders and out to Randy Robertson, who's going to be moving into their half. Good link up there between him and Billy Gilmore. Sort of keeping the ball. Tierney, Robertson. Back to Billy Gilmore and then to Grant Hanley. Scott McTominay's got it. Their half. Pass it back. Hanley over at Robertson. Just kicking the ball about. Just down the gravel pitches. All these boys are used to that. Oh, Ryan Christie there looked like he was about to make a run there, but it wasn't spotted by Andy Robertson. Ryan Fraser's now got it. Him and Scott McTominay doing a bit of 1-2. And straight back to Grant Hanley in our half. What's this, about 40 passes, 50 passes? Nothing happening. How's things, guys? Ryan Fraser getting it moving a bit more forward. It does it into Billy Gilmore. It was a bit of a heavy touch, but Billy Gilmore recovers well. Great through ball there into Ryan Christie, who got muscled off there. And Faroe Islands finally get recovery of the ball back. And yeah, now the keeper's just absolutely hoofed it up the pitch again. Grant Hanley does what he does best. Oh, but he didn't really there. He needed help there from Andy Robertson to recover, but Scotland have got the ball quite comfortably. Back to Craig Gordon, who hoofs it off the pitch again, and it's going to be a throw into the Faroe Islands high up their half. There's definitely not got the same feeling as Saturday had, but to match that would be something unbelievable. Rolandston, is that how you pronounce his name? The better team so far, my unbiased opinion would still say Scotland. They've not really they've had a chance, but they scuffed it. We've had at least two. We've had a lot more of the ball. Oh, Billy Gilmore, what a pass there into McTominay, who scuffed it back to Billy. Oh, he nearly got it. Billy Gilmore there just absolutely done what he does best. They're dribbling past about 3 players, but as I said early on, deserves a goal. That was his chance there to shoot outside the box. He just didn't do it. Great recovery there from, I think that was Jack Hendry. Yeah, it was Jack Hendry. Great challenge there, to be fair, using his absolute size to get in the way. Comes in there for a big challenge too. Better team so far, I would say Scotland. Only slightly though. It'd be 50-50 or 55-45 if you put it down to it. Not really that much into it. Scotland have had 67% of the possession, but they've not really done with it. Bit of a throw there from the Faroe Islands. Oh, Jack Hendry's absolutely missed the ball completely with his whole body. Faroe Islands got the ball down at our corner flag in possession. He's going to go for a big cross in here. I think you say Faroe Islands more because you might be nervous and you notice their mistakes better than... Or sorry, you notice your own team's mistakes more than others. But you might be right. Like they definitely had the better one-off chance. But if you don't score chances, you don't win games. Scott McTominay moving a bit further up the pitch now. John McGinn collects it in their half. Pass over to Andy Robertson. Back to Kieran Tierney in our half. Over to Grant Hanley. And we're just starting this again with all these passes round the back. Just keeping the ball's fine though, as long as the players are getting a bit used to it and used to the movement. Jack Hendry's a bit further up. Ryan Fraser dropping back there. Over to Kieran Tierney. Oh, unlucky there. Big long ball there to John McGinn. He just couldn't get it under control with the pace on it. And it's going to be a Faroe Islands goal kick. Nothing's happened in the first 14 minutes so far, apart from that one chance that Faroe Islands didn't even capitalise on. Steve Clark looking like Steve Clark does, except when they score a 93rd minute winner. Dur. Yeah, he can look however he wants. Ball back in play now from a Faroe Islands corner. Taken down brilliantly there by number 14. I can't remember his name. Big cross in there and recovered by Grant Hanley. You got to the ball, but his first touch let him down there. Now the Faroes have recovered it. John McGinn getting his body in the way, taking the ball with him and gets forward. Scotland on the counter. Does an lofted through ball there, recovered well by their defender, and Faroe Islands have got a keeper with the possession of the ball. So it's not too bad so far. It's been an okay opening 15 minutes. We didn't get the early goal that we wanted, but I say if we keep the possession and we keep this passing up, as much as it might be boring to watch, we can break them down eventually, and then we will get our goal. I don't see it being a big scoreline, no, not with this pace. A couple of passes round the back. Faroe Islands have possession in their half. They're moving a couple of players up there. One of the players slipped there, missed it, and Scotland have a throw now. just listen to Ali McCoy's here. Ali McCoy's literally just quoted me there. Near enough there. We're going to get them in the counter with the passes and breaking the play up. So if I'm doing the same commentary as Ali McCoy's too, literally, he had so much praise on Twitter on Saturday night, like from everyone. Even like there was a lot of English that were saying like we get bloody Lee Dixon and Martin Keown and we get Ali McCoy's. He was so animated when that goal went in. It was brilliant. Yeah, 100%. Who scored it? I don't know. I think it's McTominay. Is it? Don't know. Oh, it is. He was brilliant. Absolutely fantastic. Scotland got possession of the ball again. Billy Gilmore over to Jack Hendry from a throw-in. We pass it back to Grant Hanley. Tierney's making himself available. Scotland can push up the pitch just a bit. Ryan Fraser's now got the ball. Like, Faroe Islands are very stagnant, but that's sort of what they need to do. If you're looking at it from not a Scotland fan's point of view, is that how would you stop Scotland? You have to keep everyone behind the ball, and you've got to make sure that you do not lose a man or keep pressure on when you're in your half, and that's exactly what they're doing. Grant Hanley made me a wee bit of nervy there. Get that ball up, aye. A couple of people slipping there. The ball was very wet. Yeah, I think that is their throw. Well, the ball went out there for a throw-in off Billy Gilmore, I think it was. A lot of players there claiming for it, but it looked like a Faroe Islands throw. It's a good call there by the linesman. It was very close though, actually, in the replay. Faroe Islands doing a bit of the Scotland tactics, passing it around the back here, but they're moving up a little bit further. One thing they're doing completely different to us is when we're passing around the ball, their midfield and attackers are actually moving up the pitch, where ours are trying to make themselves available for passes, but they're keeping the pressure on trying to keep man marking, which it works early game, definitely, but late game they're going to have to sort of do that because they won't have the legs to keep up with that anymore. Yeah. That is literally, you just nailed it there. John McGinn there, quick through ball there into Andy Robertson, but the keeper comes out there and collects it. Rebound comes straight back out. What happened? Oh, Andy Robertson was offside. That was quite deep for him to be offside there. Oh, he was off. Ooh, maybe not. I don't think it matters anyway because the keeper got it, but I think one of the other centre backs literally just played him on there, not the closest one. Tierney recovers there from their goal kick, and a big long ball now, but it's just too wet. It's coming straight to the keeper. Lyndon Dyke's applying pressure, and they're ready to pick it up. So the first 19 minutes or so, Scotland definitely had more of the possession. That one chance that Faroe Islands had that they absolutely scuffed was probably the only talking point. Other than that, it's been both teams are showing we're showing each other a lot of respect, which is good because Faroe Islands has they're big players, they're big men. So it's a throw-in out at the Faroe Islands at the halfway line. It's picked up there by, I don't know what the hell happened there. It was off about 4 players, and now Faroe Islands have a throw very high up. Number 9 looking to take it quickly there. Let's try to keep an eye on what's going on. Makes himself available there. Oh, a bit of miscommunication there, but we recover the ball. Nobody knew who they wanted to go for it there. Big long ball there from Craig Gordon on the recovery. Scuffed kick there by number 5 of the Faroe Islands. Recover well from Jack Hendry, but no one had a man on. Oh, and he absolutely turned him for his dinner there. Sent him for a hot dog. Scotland take a quick free kick. Scott McTominay pushing up the pitch a little bit now. This is McGinn. Back over to Billy Gilmore. Over to Andy Robertson. Back to Tierney, and we're getting a good bit of passing going on again. There's no way these players can keep this pace up for 90 minutes, tracking men down. Over to John McGinn. Over to Scott McTominay. Kicks it out and we get that second corner. Just see your chat coming in there as well. Same time, we probably should have done better than that than the corner. Great ball from John McGinn there. Oh, I should have maybe passed that back to McGinn. Second corner of the match. John McGinn whips it in. We ain't scoring another one. Is he going out for another corner? Over to Billy Gilmore. And hoofed away there by their number 14 again, centre back. Andy Roberts at the halfway line. Recovers up, but he's playing on the right hand side now. Big long ball coming straight back in for Grant Hanley. Heads it on. And a foul there by Jack Hendry. And it's going to be a free kick to the Faroe Islands in their box. What happened? He stand on his foot. Number 4 there just went down there like a bag of spuds, but I don't know why. Yeah, the Scott McTominay shot was on target. A bit of like putting a bit of pressure on that might have went in. Goal kick now at the Faroes, long one. Straight over everyone. Great save there. It's a good job they're not known for scoring goals, because any other country there probably puts that away. That was a big save from Craig Gordon now. They should have done better there, to be fair. Glad they didn't, but they should have. Andy Robertson didn't track his man, either did Jack Hendry, by the looks of things they were closest to. Craig Gordon, great save there twice, but we finally get rid of it. Going to be a big long throw here. That's going to be good for their confidence. Passing it about a bit here. That Hendrickson. He's just sent Billy Gilmore out. And it's another one out. They've definitely had the better chances now. They're not going to go down easy. What a ball that was, to be fair. What a ball. That's what's that, number 8? Eriksson? Hendrickson. It's a great ball. If that was on target, that's a goal. I live it dangerously. Drop a like in the video if you're feeling a bit nervous, because that was shaky. Brought down there. Andy Robertson touched through the ball. Collected there. Andy Robertson comes back and gets that. What's up there? Is that our free? That is our free. Did he land badly in his arm? What the hell happened to him? I don't know what's happening there. He's just lying on the floor. He hurt his arm. Not nervous, I'm scared. Yeah, it's not an easy one. People like the British newspapers and that said it should be a walkover, but we've just got such a weird record against Faroe Islands. But last time, we obviously didn't score a lot of the goals till late on. So you never know, we might just repeat that. But as it stands right now, things are getting a bit shaky. Scotland take their free kick. Jack Hendry over to I can't mind. Pass over. Somebody can't see that. Who's Tierney? Pass it over now to Robertson. Back to Tierney. We're keeping the ball at the halfway line. Grant Hanley's got it. Back over to Hendry. Attempts on target. Faroe Islands 2, Scotland 1. That was that double attack there where we managed to get away with that. Billy Gilmore takes it. We've got all players now in their half except Grant Hanley and Craig Gordon. Ryan Fraser doing a little bit of dribbling. Just keeping the passing up, but we're not going to score from the halfway line, so we need to sort of push a little bit forward. No one's really becoming available. Big lofted ball in there over Ryan Christie. Collected there by Robertson on the rebound and touched out there. Robertson going forward now. What's happened now? Did we get a free? Oh, we've got a free kick. Could we not just have advantage there? It looked a bit more dangerous than pulling it back for the free kick. John again with a big free kick here. Over to Nobdy. Brought back down there by Billy Gilmore. Brings it out a little bit wide over to Ryan Fraser with the overlap. Making himself available. Fraser crosses it in though instead. Brought in at Ryan Christie, who takes a pop shot, which is fine. John McGinn takes it. Big curl in, but he absolutely sliced it and it goes straight to the Faroe Islands defence, who clears it normally. This unit of a man loses out in a header to Billy Gilmore there, which is surprising when you look at the two of them line up beside each other. And the Faroe Islands keep possession of the ball, moving it back up to the pitch just by hoofing it. That's going to be a Scotland throw. Wait, what? They didn't go for that. That should be a Scotland throw. We just had goal in there. Zahavi scores against Moldova. So if it stays like this, we're not going to do it tonight. We're only going to be slightly ahead of Israel on 2 points. So the pressure's on Scotland now that we do need to get a result. Israel are still knocking on the door. Faroe Islands keeping possession now, passing it around the back. We've had 61% possession out of their 39, but they've definitely had the better chances. England are getting beat by Hungary. I saw the notification there, but I just assumed when I saw a goal coming it was going to go England's way. They've already qualified though, to be honest. It doesn't matter. They'll be doing mad squad rotations now. Grant Hanley picks it up. Kieran Tierney gets it now. Look, Scotland are lucky to be level here, but you've seen more biased results. They've had 2 good chances, but you would expect your keeper to maybe save one of them because it came from that one time. Great ball over there to Andy Robertson, but picked out then again by the Faroes defence. Scott McTominay comes onto the ball there. Possible foul. Yeah, good shove there. Referees pulled it back for their free kick. From Jonsson. Yeah, Scott McTominay are doing a bit of a clumsy challenge. Big pass there from their keeper and actually brought down there. We're not getting to these long balls quick enough. Faroes have advantage high up on our side of the pitch. No one's putting pressure on these players. I don't know their names. I can only call it the numbers. Edmondson was definitely one of them. Number 6 there gets it. He's going to have a shot and it was not sky high, but it was a slow ball off to the left hand side. I'll move back a bit here because I feel like I'm going there. Do you like the t-shirt, by the way? The Yes Sir I Can Boogie with Jack and Victor on the front. Got that just before the Euros. Oh, we could do with a goal here going into half time. I don't think we deserve a goal though, which is the thing. We've not played well enough to get one. Big ball up the pitch. Lyndon Dykes had barely even touched the ball. Ryan Christie takes it there after John McGinn wins a header. Lyndon Dykes actually gets the ball there. Really bad pass though, straight into the Faroe Islands, who recover and are a bit on the counter. Ball slightly behind this number 14, who's looking for someone available for him. Gets it out wide. Their left back is now moving up the pitch and they've got the pressure on us, but a really sloppy pass puts it out and Scotland get a throw. Yeah, Austria not getting points will be good because they still got to play each other. Lyndon Dykes takes the ball down there very high up the pitch, which is great to see. Crosses it in there, Andy Robertson. Oh, weird first touch, but we still have control of it. Billy Gilmore looking for someone available. Ryan Christie makes himself available, gets pushed in the back, and Scotland get a free kick in a dangerous position outside the box. Who takes this for Scotland? Is John McGinn? I don't know who's our free kick specialist. We don't really have one, do we? Who's lined up behind it? Andy Robertson is. Scott McTominay? McGinn's more for the crosses and the corners. Because the thing about John McGinn is you want him following in the rebounds. If when they do happen. This is definitely a shooting position. Because if the keeper does get it, you want them to be chasing it in. Scott McTominay, Tierney, Robertson all standing round it. Grant Hanley staying back because this is definitely a shooting position. Probably Kieran Tierney's overlapping it. I wouldn't pick McTominay. And he skied it. Hits a window. How dumb's that? Literally behind the goal is windows. One of them getting punted, you've got a lawsuit in your hands. Yeah, I wouldn't put McTominay on free kicks. I can see your logic in McGinn. He's obviously a great free kick taker from a bit more of the crosses, which is that's grand. But personally, I think I either pick Tierney or Robertson. Or sorry, Tierney. Depends on the foot as well. You've got to give it that. But I might pick Robertson or Tierney for them. McGinn, as I was saying, you want him to follow in any sort of rebounds. Free kick now at the Faroe Islands in our half. They've just mentioned how England are losing to Hungary. I know someone at that game, so I'll make sure to give him abuse later on, if that stays like that. It's going to be a big whip in here from the Faroe Islands. We have a very strong line. That number 5's offside. It's useless. Craig Gordon collects that, no bother. Scott McTominay was on the free kick. McTominay to McGinn here. McGinn boosting forward here, getting the ball up. Tierney takes it. Andy Robertson sitting back a bit with that perfect overlap we have on that left hand side. Grant Hanley collects it. Ryan Fraser now gets it over here on the right hand side as we flick on forward over to Ryan Christie. Ryan Fraser, great header down. Their keeper comes out and collects it absolutely perfectly. That's what we like to see, a bit more energy behind our moving forward. And it would be Ryan Fraser who's getting a bit frustrated playing right wing back when he should be right wing. Great run forward actually. Slightly just in front of him. Oh, Ryan Fraser again recovering. It goes. Oh no, it doesn't. It stayed in there. Faroe Islands have it. Recovery Faroe Islands with a bit of advantage here from a foul that wasn't really a foul. They played advantage. It's going to be a Scotland throw in our half. I'm going to have to sort out the HD stream for next time because it should be streaming in HD. But I'm not really sure what the delay is on it. Faroe Islands just passing around the back here at the minute. And they scuffed it out. It's going to be a Scotland throw in the Faroe Islands half right now. Tierney collecting it now from the throat. Not really much is happening here. It was 2-1 this time on Saturday, the wrong way, but moving forward, Ryan Fraser putting a bit of energy into it. Back to Grant Hanley, who's in the centre circle, over to Tierney. They're very clumped together here at the Faroe Islands. We should be doing a bit of passing here to try and stretch them out a bit wide. They're sort of watching our like wings here though, because they know it's going to come through Fraser and Robertson. But in the middle, they've just got such a good formation of like a 4-4-2 lining up. Oh, what a ball though. That's what we need to do. Through to Ryan Fraser. Oh, he passed it to Lyndon Dykes, who got intercepted there. That was a great through ball there to Ryan Christie, who made a perfect run up. That's what we need to do. It's the pockets of spaces we need to take advantage of here. Grant Hanley takes it over here at Scott McTominay. Pass it over to Billy Gilmore. Oh no, it's John McGinn who gets fouled. It's going to be a Scotland corner or Scotland free kick just outside the centre circle. Okay, one of their players gets a warning, so hopefully he's in a wee yellow soon. What would I say to the boys at half time? More spreading the game a bit wider. The passes we've had that have gone through the middle have been good, but there's only been 2 of them. And in 40 minutes, if we're only getting 2 passes throughout the middle, we need to sort of change the tactic, because you're not going to score them every single time. And we need to sort of look at that a bit differently. But that doesn't say like the Faroes are expecting us to come down the wings a bit more. So we need to do a lot more overlapping. I wouldn't really say we've made many mistakes. Obviously, they had one lofted through ball. We need to get to the first ball and second ball a lot more. From what I've seen so far, Grant Hanley coming back in was a little bit of a shake-up to the team, but obviously performing well. It's going to be a yellow card given out there to Ryan Christie. That doesn't seem yellow card worthy. Just a foul, just bog standard. 2 men go for it. Oh, he had a high elbow. Okay, that was silly. That was silly. Yeah, I think the players need to be more alert about what's going on. They're used to playing in the rain, so I don't want to hear that as an excuse. They need to be more capable of what they're going to go doing forward. We've got another goal coming in. England have equalised. Against Hungary, we saw that one coming, to be fair. Faroe Islands takes the free kick here. Big long ball, and they win the header again. Like, this is, as I was saying there, what I was saying to them at half time, like, we're not winning these headers. I do expect them to win more of their headers up the pitch, but we've got Grant Hanley and Jack Hendry. They should be coming in to collect these balls and bring that down a lot easier. Like Tierney, yeah, he's sitting in at centre back. It's a not preferred position for him, but it's a bit much to ask for him to be taking on these big guys. We've got people to come over and do these sort of things. Big long throw here from the Faroes. Who passed it back there to that number 15 who went to uni in Aberdeen. Big cross in, over to nobody, collected by him again. Oh. Bobbled a bit there and they get a corner kick. I need to sort of sit here with my hand just because I think one of you guys are watching just ahead of me. I think that'll do there. Just blocked it. Big cross in there. Taken down there. Recovered there by Tierney. Big hoof up the pitch. 40 minutes in. Like, we haven't been great. Yeah, like they definitely look like they're more capable of scoring from the long balls than we are. It's a throw into us now. That we've had all the ball but doing nothing with it. We're not stretching the play wide enough. Thing is, though, we need to be sort of playing on the counter attack a bit more. We've got more pace than they do with the size of their players, but they're just passing it around us. Are our boys not used to playing on 3G? Because I'm sure some of them are. Like, they're professional footballers. The surface of the pitch shouldn't have anything to do with it. Should be used to doing it all. Passing around the back over the Faroe's keeper now, who's a good 10 yards outside his box. Hoofs it off the pitch. Recovered there by Jack Hendry, who goes forward, and it's going to be a bad... That was a bad challenge there. Who's that number? Can barely see. Billy Gilmore, is it? Or is that Tierney brought down? He came from behind there. That's got to be a yellow card. Where's the officials from? Referees from... see... I actually made this conversation earlier on. I get always so confused between the Slovenia and Slovakia flag. I don't know which one that is. I think it's Slovenia. It looks... because the Slovakia one's a bit more complex on the crest. Again with a big cross in over to nobody. Kieran Tierney can't get there. It's gotta be complex here. Half-time talk, they know that we play high wing backs and we're playing long balls into the space in the wings, so they need to have higher line and hunt the packs with the rotation in midfield. You absolutely nailed it on the head there. We're okay in midfield, but we're not bringing them out of position more, trying to chase the ball. So we were doing it at the start when we were having a lot more possession of the ball, but they're not coming into the areas that we need them to come into, which means we need to take advantage of actually moving the ball into them areas to get them to chase it down. Faroe Islands here with another free kick. It's a bit too far out to shoot, but with the surface that we're on and how wet the ball is, it might be difficult for Gordon to catch this. I can just see this going from free kick straight to a corner. They're doing an overlap here. Oh, well, Craig Gordon did catch it there. Proved me wrong. Take that one all day long. Now we're on the counter here. Jack Hendry a bit far up the pitch, I think. Ball into nobody, but actually missed there by the centre back for Faroes, but nobody was chasing it up, which was a bit annoying. How many minutes would you add on here? 1? I think that's a bit right. Nothing's happened. Billy Gilmore gets the ball now over to Andy Robertson. Two minutes. Jack Hendry moving forward now. Billy Gilmore Ryan Fraser collects it over to Jack Hendry. I think it's a big call for 3 minutes. Nothing's happened. Tierney collects it now. Oh, he does his man though, moving forward. Get a cross in into Lyndon Dykes, who passes it over, doesn't be selfish. Scott McTominay takes it and just has a scuff of the ball. Oh, that is 2 minutes. Scott McTominay's had the best 2 chances of the game. Yeah, he should have levelled that and keep it low on the ground. Fair play to Lyndon Dykes. And look at that there, right? That ball came into Lyndon Dykes and all of a sudden there's 5 people on him. he should be looking to get that ball out a bit further, even if it does require us to move back a bit from outside the box there to get a position to open it up. Because if there's that many people chasing the ball down, it means there's 5 players that are being unmarked. McTominay gets it now. Billy Gilmore moving up the pitch. Over to Andy Robertson, flicks it back in, over to Billy Gilmore. 1 minute left of injury time. Long ball there for Billy Gilmore into Lyndon Dykes, but taken down there, and the keeper has it for the Faroe Islands. It's been a dull first half. We've had 2 chances from from Scott McTominay. They've had 2 better chances and more free kicks, but we've had more of the ball. It's really been like, for the neutral, it's been absolutely garbage. You wouldn't want to watch this game if you were paid to go. But we need the win now that Israel are winning. Billy Gilmore takes the ball in, moving up. We've got 30 seconds left of injury time. Ryan Fraser doing a bit of overlap over to Billy Gilmore. There's a bit more intensity from Scotland, which I like to see. Over to Ryan Christie. He takes it down and cleared there by the Faroe Islands defender. Goes out for a Scotland throw very high up. Should have maybe taken that first time, but he can't really argue with him. Ryan Christie dribbling around the players. 1 second left. Great ball through there at McTominay. Can he cross it in? Great save there by the keeper. And that is half time. So we came into the game the last 5 minutes or so, which is good to see. The majority, it was 50-50, but like in the last 5 minutes we've at least exposed what our mistakes are. Lyndon Dykes there was looking for the ball there. Don't think you can be annoyed that the ball didn't get to him. So fair enough going in at 0-0. I don't think either team deserves to be winning from what we've seen in the last 5 minutes or so. You could make arguments for both teams, but Craig Gordon's obviously saved us there in a big one, but their keepers had a lot of pressure put on them there in the last 5 minutes or so. Big second half like Saturday. Can we ask for that? It's absolutely necessary. I'm just going to take a quick 5-minute break, guys. Going to get myself a drink and I will be back. I'll leave the stream running though. Well, that's what I'm thinking. Like, that's what happened last time as well. Like, we just played them down, so they were so tired that we ended up scoring 4.
I can't see 4 goals.
No chance. I see getting us. I said 2-0 before, and I'm sticking to that. I think we'll get 2 in the second half. That centre back they've got is a bit iffy, so I think they'll hopefully recognise that and try and get a couple of through balls in, because that's when we've looked most dangerous.
It's a through ball. It's going to score a goal like, but it's just fucking terrible.
Yeah, they're going to score from the long ball, and we're going to score from the through ball.
No disrespect to the wee guy Richie, he's done nothing. I mean,
do you mean Fraser?
Fraser.
Yeah.
He's done nothing. Really, I think they should whip him off.
Yeah, he's playing so out of position. He's not meant to be that far back.
No, I mean, he's he's not contributed nothing.
No. But I've barely seen any of Billy Gilmore either.
Nah, he's not been very, very quiet. Oh, Jesus. See.
Right, we're back. I definitely have to look at this stream because playing back it's only coming up as 480p, but I'm streaming in max, so I don't know how that's happened. But we keep it up. Ran out of Iron Brew, so I had to switch to beer. Bloody need a drink watching Scotland play. They were absolutely tragic. Let's catch up with the comments here. What changes would you make? None immediately, which might be a bit controversial. We came into the game the last 5 minutes there, so I don't think anybody deserves to come off right yet. No one looks injured, no one looks sluggish. Like, the whole team's been bad. So it's hard to pinpoint who's been our worst. Like, obviously, Lyndon Dykes has had no service, so he's not really had much to do, so he's not into the game. Same with Ryan Fraser's not really had much. Silly yellow card to give away for Ryan Christie. Watching it back, like, he definitely could have done better, or just maybe not even challenged that, which is a bit silly for him. The population of Faroe Islands is 49,000. It's a shame we can't beat them. What's the population? 49,000. That's not even Glasgow. I wouldn't say yet. Like, we came out that second half last time on Saturday and turned the game around. Like, I've got a bit of optimism because, yeah, they've had 2 chances, but they look tired. They are a bit more sluggish than we are. Like, I've got to have a bit more confidence in it. Like, we know how to beat them down and we know how to break them down now. The through balls that we've been doing have been absolutely perfect. That's what's really breaking them down. The spread in the game a bit wider isn't really working as much as that's the tactic I want to go with, because it brings in our fullbacks a bit more. Or sorry, our wing backs. I just got confidence we've still got this. Like, I'm not getting a bit hung up on it yet. We've still got a while to go, but we're still going to do it. Believe, man. No Scotland, no party. We've got it. I need to get some WD-40 for this chair. It's well squeaky, isn't it? So we've got 4 minutes now to kick off. What do you think, though? What would you change at half time if you were Steve Clark? What would you tell the players? Because I very much doubt they're going to be bringing on a half-time sub. It's very unheard of that happens. Is it 52,000? That's close enough, though, isn't it? But if that's the population, you also need to half that as well for between male and female. And then you need to cut out as well the elderly and children. McTominay isn't doing it now. He's had 2 good chances, or 3 maybe if you count one that was an alright save by the keeper. He could have maybe passed it about a bit more rather than trying to go forward a bit, but like, I'd give him a pass today after what he done on Saturday. I think Kevin Nisbet will come on at some point. Ryan Christie will probably go off because he got that yellow card. Ryan Fraser's probably not going to play the full time either. But I'm trying to think back. What was that game we played again? I think it was Denmark, the game we lost. Like, we had such a bad first half when obviously we conceded the 2 goals in 2 minutes. We were absolutely brilliant that second half with Ryan Fraser. So you never know. We might think about something else there. Who's the good player for Scotland? The first half, Craig Gordon. Made some good collections there in a very wet ball, and he kept us in the game, to be honest. I wouldn't say anyone would argue Craig Gordon's the reason why it's still a draw. Their keeper as well is the reason why it's still a draw. But the saves that he's had to make were definitely more, your keeper should have that. He's not had anything really difficult to deal with. Man of the match for Scotland, I would still stick by that it would be Craig Gordon so far. I don't think there'd be much arguing with that because he's the reason why it is still a draw. Can I pull it down a bit because I'm leaning back a bit forward now, getting a bit lazy. That's too far. That's comfier. But we'll go with it anyway. Like I was chatting there at half time with my parents, and just I think it will still be a Scotland win. What was like last time? We didn't really score most of the goals until late the second half. Second half prediction: 2 goals Scotland. In the 60th and 70th minute, and then we are going to hold right back, and they're going to be on the counter, and we're going to have. I think Nathan Patterson will come on once we get the first goal. I'm near enough calling it now. This is what's going to happen, but obviously it's all predictions. Bet 5-1 Scotland. Goodbye fiver. Yeah, that's a mad bet. That. What odds did you get on that? Was it about 50 to 1? Right, Faroe Islands fixtures. Scotland, Faroe Islands 4-0. See, we didn't score we scored 3 goals in the second half against them. The first half stats were more in Scotland's favour, but we're definitely going to. It's the second half. I don't see 0-0. I really don't. Like, there's no point it being a 0-0. We've got to take the gamble and get the win. Like, the stats, we've had more of the ball. They've had only one more attempt than us, to be fair. We've had more block shots. Our passes, though, completely dwarf theirs by like 100. But we've only just been passing it back. So we've got kick-off now. Faroe Islands have it. Oh, yeah. I don't hope we lose in any sort of the fame here. No subs made there. Jack Henry collects the ball. Scotland going forward immediately here. Try to build on the pressure we had in the last 5 minutes of the first half. Billy Gilmore there with a big long ball. Opens it right up. Passes it back there. Dodgy header there from Ryan Christie. Gets the ball down there. I can't even see that side of the pitch now. Andy Robertson over to Ryan Fraser. Brilliant 1-2. Deflected out and we get a corner straight away. I tell you, the second half, we always show up in these games. We always do better in the second half. Billy Gilmore's taking this corner kick now from that side. Whips it straight in. Brought straight back down there by the keeper. Recovered there by Ryan Christie. Hoofs it out wide there to Kieran Tierney, who's on the edge of the box. Brings it back out there to Ryan Christie. Great ball over there to Robertson. Great touch. Headed it back into Andy Robertson. But I don't know why he headed that. He could have maybe brought that down. Yeah, definitely, Jamie. Definitely. Like, just because we're not winning doesn't mean we're not going to win. It wasn't a great first half. We know we could do better. Especially against the Faroe Islands. But we're a second half team. Lyndon Dykes coming in, get the ball there. Touches it over there. Great through ball there. Not offside. No chance. Moving straight in. Brought back in. That is not a foul. That was a dive. Ryan Christie went right over there. He didn't need to. And if he got booked for diving there, he'd have been off. That wasn't a free. Was he offside? You've seen them given. Actually, it was a foul. It was a foul. I stand corrected. Oh, it went back for offside anyway, but it would have been a foul if he was on. Shoulda, woulda, coulda, and all that. This referee's got his hair set out like he's going to a nightclub after this. Oh my god, what's like if Ryan Christie wasn't offside? That would be a penalty. Oh, you gotta love VAR for Scotland. We might get a penalty here because Ryan Christie did get fouled after I was stand corrected, and if he's onside, oh, he's off. Number 3 is the one playing him on. I think he is off though. This is weird. VAR really does us favours sometimes. He is offside. Yeah, it's like it was offside, to be fair. Very weird if we got that. Faroe Islands would have felt really hard done by. But it would have been the right decision. Big long ball up there, cleared over by Tierney straight into the crowd. We have been lucky with our VARs and penalty decisions and goals we've had recently. But they've all been the right one. That's the thing, is that we've not had a wrong one overturned. We've been quite blessed that way. Andy Robertson recovers it in our half. There's a big hoof out there and it comes straight back down. Faroe Islands taking control of the ball there. McTominay comes in with a great challenge there, pushing it, just pushing his mat about. What's going on? Nah, it wasn't a penalty, to be fair. Like, if you were the Faroe Islands, you'd be absolutely fuming if you had that. It was outside the box anyway. Andy was offside and run onto it. Scotland through ball. McTominay takes it, turns his man, brings out two players to the pitch, brings in Grant Hanley now, and Jack Henry's got the ball going forward. Jack Henry over to Tierney. Tierney moving up. Ryan Christie doing that old Celtic link up. Very good ball there over to Billy Gilmore. Cross ball coming in. Ryan Fraser, just a bit short. Faroe Islands clear the ball. Brought back down there from Jack Henry. Billy Gilmore's got the ball. Ryan Fraser, good ball in. Over to Lyndon Dykes, who gets the volley, but he just didn't get enough on it, and it wasn't on target anyway. Good start from Scotland this second half. Israel have got a second now against Moldova. In the live standing, they are 2 points behind us. We do have a superior goal difference. Quite a much superior goal difference. But Denmark's still drawn. So if we get the 3 points, like this is hypothetical and all that. If we get the 3 points, that will put us on to 17, which will be 5 points behind Denmark. That ain't happening. I don't even want to get my hopes up. I think we'll finish top. Ooh, long ball there was going out there from Jack Henry. Very well recovered there from Ryan Fraser, who gets the ball and it was moving up a pitch a bit. Tierney with a very long ball to Andy Robertson, over to Lyndon Dykes. Great touch there by Lyndon Dykes. Brings the ball down. Andy Robertson coming in for a long cross. He gets the ball in. Doesn't beat the first man. And it's going to be a Scotland throw quite high up the pitch. Ball brought down there from Billy Gilmore. A very bad pass there. But very well recovered from Grant Hanley, who muscles his man off the ball. Goes back out there to Andy Robertson with a cross in. Way too heavy. Way too heavy, Robbo. That was going nowhere. Shame so far, but it's all been Scotland this second half, which is good. Denmark get their first goal against Austria, which is alright. Because Israel and Austria still have to play each other, I think, in their next game. Yep, Israel and Austria play each other, which we'll be hoping for an Austria win. And that means we would just finish second regardless. No, it doesn't. Austria still... We have to get a point again from Moldova or Denmark then. A win here, like, we should just really concentrate what's ahead of us here. Great through ball there over to Andy Robertson there from Ryan Christie, who does another bad first touch. Andy Robertson's sort of letting his football and ability down here. He's missed quite a few like football basics here. Jack Henry collects it over to Scott McTominay, just passing it around in their half. Great ball through there into John McGinn, who does a bit of an overlap, whips it out there to Ryan Fraser, gets the ball in, right through nobody. No one was in the box. Why is no one attacking that? You had Lyndon Dykes who was rushing and he went just a bit too far forward a bit early. Oh my god, what the hell's happening here? Scott McTominay comes in and absolutely just useless. Oh, he could do better than that, man. Two players there made an absolute arse of it. That was useless there from McTominay. Like, you're better than that. Didn't get enough on it. That was shocking there from McTominay. He got his pass from earlier on, but that one there, he's got to do better. Ball's getting knocked around here like a pinball machine and recovered there by Andy Robertson. Ryan Fraser collects it there on the right hand side and moving up a bit forward. Dips back in. Over there to Billy Gilmore. See, a lot of these players here we've not really seen much of. I haven't seen Billy Gilmore do anything that he normally does, which is making himself available. He's running into a place, getting marked, and then not moving out of it again, which is very strange for him. It's a bit of a letdown this game, to be honest. He can do better than this. Ryan Fraser pass over there to John McGinn. John McGinn gets a bad foul there. A lot of these mistakes here we should be doing, like, they're professional footballers. Just silly mistakes. Hendry over to Ryan Fraser, gives a big whip in. Yet again, so much power on it and no one there to collect it. Like, if you're going to aim for Lyndon Dykes for these headers, man, you cannot be hoofing it about 20 yards above his head. Like, we had a good first 5 minutes there, but the basics of football are lost now on these ones. There is one thing though, is like Faroe, they can't keep this pace up. Like, they're not even running. They're very cemented in their position. But our passing is shocking here. Billy Gilmore there gives away the ball needlessly. He's really not having a good game. Like, I don't really care about the club players here for what they're doing at the weekend, but they need to be doing better than this. The passing is just not on point. It's few and far between when you say that's a good ball in this game. Like, the passing's been tragic. Faroe Islands on the now in a bit of a counter. Kieran Tierney makes a great recovery run. And the ball goes out. I'd say if you're not counting Craig Gordon as our man of the match, it probably goes to Kieran Tierney this game. He seems to be making like the best effort so far. So we get Jack Hendry now building the ball up here over to Ryan Fraser. Scotland's got all the ball though still, but we're doing really nothing with it. The passing's tragic. Random deflection there, now goes to the Faroe Islands keeper, and someone's got to put pressure on to pick it up. Ryan Fraser. Right, 57 minutes in. I might be thinking about making a change because they're about to bring on some guy that looks like he's going to get ID'd at the bar later on because he looks so young. The guy that's coming in, the young boy, is the goalkeeper's son from years ago. It's a bit of random facts you'll need to know about that. I'm thinking we're going to have to bring on Kevin Nisbet for Ryan Christie. I really haven't seen him do much this second half, and he's on a yellow card, so we don't want to see anything go for that there. Yeah, still time for the fresh legs, definite. John McGinn has got to stay on. Andy Robertson you can't take off theoretically because we know what he's capable of, but he's not having a good game. Billy Gilmore for Kenny McLean, maybe. Callum McGregor, like, he could be a good player to bring on here because he always makes himself available, which is weird for Billy Gilmore not to be doing that. He normally makes himself available, runs into good pockets of space, but today he's just not doing it, which is a shame because he's capable. He's definitely capable of doing it, but today's not the day for him. I think we've got to keep Lyndon Dykes on just because the target of the long ball. They've got really big defenders that we need to be aware of. Yeah, Ian Crocker's now just saying about the subs. I might even take Scott McTominay off as well. That would be 3 that I'd be thinking about. Who would you even bring on? I can't even think about the other boys on the bench. Cal McGregor, I think, come on. You could bring on Lewis Ferguson, but I don't really see it happening. Stuart Armstrong is a possibility in this game. Not for his like physical attributes, but it's more about the through balls that he can provide. Maybe for Scott McTominay. He's just not at the races today, but you can give him a bye from what he done on Saturday. Yeah, that is Billy Gilmore. Like, it's not his night. Amazing player for us, and he's the future of Scotland, definitely. But tonight's just not his night. Sweden 1, Greece 0, and Bulgaria and Northern Ireland drawn. Northern Ireland need a win in that game, as far as I'm aware. See their player get sent off on Saturday for time wasting in the 36th minute. That was an absolute joke. That's just cruel. Scott McTominay can maybe stay on for another 5-10 minutes, I'd say. He's not done much, and his free kick that he done earlier on was so bad it just should be discredited. Brought down there, Hanley's bringing it up. Kieran Tierney's definitely been our best player of the second half. Long ball out here again to Ryan Fraser, who's unmarked. The players are definitely giving him a lot more space, which is good to see. McTominay back over there at Ryan Fraser. Ryan Fraser back. Billy Gilmore coming in there with it. McTominay back out. Yeah, you could make an argument for Patterson, but it's just, I think we need to look at the attacking prospects really more, because defensively we're not really making mistakes. I don't want to take Ryan Fraser off currently because he's getting a lot more of the ball, so it would be a sub that we wouldn't really want to use. But that's just my opinion. I think our midfield needs to change. It definitely seems like a game for Cal McGregor to come on, Kevin Nisbet for Christie, and Stuart Armstrong possibly for Scott McTominay. But you wouldn't make all them subs at the same time. You'd spread them out a little. We started the second half so well, but it's just become so dour now. Jack Hendry now pushing up. We've had more attempts than them now, which is good to see. But what is an attempt like that? You can't really... You're not going to win a game on attempts. But we've only had one on target, which is a bit shocking. 62nd minute. There's no urgency about the players, but Ryan Fraser is making himself so available right now. You've got to respect that. Foul there on John McGinn. Ryan Fraser gets a wee crossover straight through the box over to Andy Robertson. He's got Tierney on the overlap. He does what he does best. Get the cross in. Kieran Tierney probably with the best pass so far of a cross. Billy Gilmore gets it and scuffs it slightly. Hard to even call that a scuff, to be fair, but he's got a shot there away. Just slightly off target. But yeah, that's what Kieran Tierney's all about. Oh, Billy, you should get that on target, man. That's the best ball into the box we've seen all night. And it comes from who I would say is man of the match in Kieran Tierney. Lyndon Dykes gets it as well and then straight back out. See, half these balls that we keep getting in are got so much power and height in it. It's just like, what's the point of that? You've just kicked it out for a goal kick or a throw. Ryan Fraser collects the ball here from Craig Gordon. He's coming down the right hand side now. He's bursting down that right hand side. John McGinn gets it. Back to Grant Hanley. Over to Andy Robertson. Back to Hanley. He's got a big long ball now over to Ryan Fraser. You've got to give credit to Ryan Fraser this second half. Consistently making himself available for all these long passes. Don't know how he's even onside. Nah, no chance. He came from the halfway line there. Yeah, fair play to Ryan Fraser this second half. He's making himself available. Yeah, I think we've got to start thinking about making subs now. How long have we got? We've got about half an hour left, including injury time at the 90th minute. Back over there, McTominay gets it over to Ryan Fraser. Great pass there and recovery, but a really stupid through ball there from Billy Gilmour straight to their defence. Ryan Christie chases it down, puts pressure on their keeper, straight back out, and they're in a very awkward position here if they don't clear their lines. Recovered well there from Grant Hanley, but the deflection goes straight back to them, and now they've got a really good chance coming down the right hand wing here. Andy Robertson trying to get back on side. They've got right into position here, an awful shot, and it goes straight off wide. Very good pressure there from Andy Robertson, sort of making clear up from the mistakes there. Hard to call Grant Hanley made a mistake there because he made a good challenge and it just bounced forward. It seemed a bit of RNG onto their side. But fair play to them. They've got the ball. Lewis Ferguson, maybe a good shout from midfield. Billy Gilmour just past the post. Yeah, I'd say Lewis Ferguson coming. Also David Turnbull for Billy Gilmour. Like, they're both creative young boys that may be able to do their job. It's just not Gilmour's day today. But we've relied on him too much recently. It'd be a bit of a shame to expect so much from him, but it's just not his day. That's fine. You just have them days where it's just not for you. Long ball there into Grant Hanley, brought back in there from Lyndon Dykes, and he gives a foul away. Very soft foul, to be fair. Oh, we can't have a draw, boys. It was 2. I did say in the 60th minute. Wait, Lyndon Dykes got booked for that? Huh? How? It's nonsense. Yep, so we're going to be looking at Kevin Nisbet, definitely. I agree. We need Kevin Nisbet to come in. The through balls are definitely where we're going to get them on the chance. We've realised that in the last 5 minutes. Oh. Compared to what we had on Saturday, this is pish. At least for entertainment value as well. Yep, there we go. Jack Hendry coming off. So we are going more attacking. We're not mixing up the formation. Gaynor Thierry is going to be playing the lone centre back with Grant Hanley now. I'm okay with that, but I would like to see Jack Hendry get more minutes because he's going to be around for a good bit longer. I do like the fact that McGregor's coming on. I think he was the definite smart choice. Yeah, which is we need to see. We need to win the game. Scott McTominay going forward here over to Billy Gilmour, who has a shot from outside the box, as we were mentioning earlier. Deflected down, comes straight back out. Grant Hanley coming on. Tierney, a great through ball there to Ryan Christie, but is it too heavy? That's a corner. It is a corner. Okay. Ryan Christie has the pace in him there. I didn't think he had that on him. Oh, he didn't need to. The other boy rolled it out. Billy Gilmore whips it in. That's a good whip. That's a good whip. What happened now? Oh my god, this ref is just free kick heavy. He's addicted to his whistle. What was the foul? I am clueless to actually what was the foul there. Scotland takes it back. Over to John McGinn, does a little bit of a twist there, brings it out there, brings Andy Robertson moving in, who's got acres of space in front of him. Tierney gives it in there for a good whip in. Great delivery, no one on it. Billy Gilmore takes another shot outside the box, but what a block there by the Faroe Islands defence. Andy Robertson with a really bad touch there, but great recovery, and then loses it out again, unfortunately. Now the Faroe Islands in a kind of counter. They wouldn't even call it a counter-attack anymore. Pass it back to the defence, who does a big long ball up here, and Grant Hanley has no problem taking it down. Billy Gilmore's definitely put a bit more energy in behind him this second half. Well, since I was giving him a bit of criticism, which is good to see. Ryan Christie over to Billy Gilmore now. Him and Ryan Fraser doing a good link-up play. Ryan Christie back over there to Grant Hanley. Yeah, it's good now that we're actually probably missing a defender, and we're up the pitch a good bit further now. Scott McTominay's probably been asked to drop back in there, let Tierney go up a bit further. Ryan Fraser tries to get past his man, takes the deflection. Every Faroe Islands player is behind the ball, and Scotland here. Callum McGregor getting himself into good positions. Just pass it round, boys. Keep this pace up. You're going to tire them out even more. Great ball in there to Lyndon Dykes, but his first touch lets him down there. Goes out for a corner though. We make absolutely nothing from it. Tierney with another great cross in there, but over to Grant Hanley and headed back out there for a throw. Who's been good this second half? Kieran Tierney's been consistent throughout the most of the match. Craig Gordon's really had nothing to do, so the man of the match has probably been shifted off from him. Great touch there from John McGinn, who passed it back out there to Ryan Fraser, who's ready to deliver in a great cross. And collected there by the Faroe Islands keeper. The second half's been better. Like, definitely it's been our second half. But if we don't get a goal, it seems as if it's just going to go to a waste. McTominay over to Andy Robertson, who's very high on the right hand side. But Tierney looks to be playing a bit further up the left hand side now. Billy Gilmore collects it. They're playing like a 5-5-1 or a 5-4-1. Sorry. Ball's just getting passed around the back here. We've definitely not been the same team that played on Saturday. But we have got a lot of the pressure on them, and if we don't capitalise from it, it's going to feel like such a wasted opportunity for us. Oh, McGregor and Robertson weren't linking up properly there. I think it is time for another sub to come on now. Kevin Nisbet definitely seems like my choice anyway to come on. I wouldn't be taking off Billy Gilmore now. He's definitely improved the game a lot more. He's bringing into it a bit more, and he's doing what he does better. realising, oh, except that pass. That pass was a joke from Billy Gilmore, and he takes out Ryan Fraser as well with it. Faroe Islands in a big counter-attack now. Scotland players getting back though, which is good, but they left quite a lot of space here on the wings. Edmondson cross in number 19 and to nobody. What was that? John McGinn, you can do better than that. He didn't really know where to go. Big ball in, coming in, oh, and recovered well. Billy Gilmore hoofs it up the pitch. Ryan Christie pushing forward, but the goalkeeper for Faroe Islands is very high up now. We need to be better here. Like, it's just so easy to say we need to be better, but what we need to be doing. Like, a couple of our decision making here, especially in the passing situation, is just, it's not at the game. Passing it back, McTominay coming a bit forward here, who pass it in, and McGinn dummies it for nothing. 75th minute now, and pass down there from Ryan to Ryan. Ryan Christie's the one collecting it. It'll be back to Ryan Fraser because there's nowhere in opening, no one's running around. Awful pass there, but a really lucky dummy there. Billy Gilmore takes it in, takes a deflection, comes straight back out there to Ryan Christie. Ryan Fraser heads it down because he's so low to the ground. Callum McGregor recovers it. Kieran Tierney's out there, he's going to look for a bit of space. Takes a shot that was slightly wide, but he should have been looking for a pass there, to be fair, Kieran. Billy Gilmore got very unlucky there not to get his first goal for Scotland. A draw will be a loss because it will rely on us doing well against Denmark. Then it will be going right to the end. That was obviously a fantastic pass here from Callum McGregor. He's definitely improved the team since he's come on, but we've got to be doing better. Billy Gilmore muscling off his man. You love things you love to see. Craig Gordon moving forward, passing it back. What the hell happened there? Are they trying to get them a throw high up the pitch to play in the counter? Because that was shocking. Big long throw here from the Faroe Islands. It was because McTominay took a spot for Grant Hanley to get minutes. But McGregor, he should be starting. Right, counter attack now. Ryan Fraser moving up. John McGinn moving down this far right hand wing. Great. Oh my god, that is a foul and a half. Okay, they get a throw in and start instead. Oh, it's going to be a 0-0. What have we got? 14 minutes left. We need to make some subs. That we've only made the one here and it's not good enough. Like, I think Christie's got to come off for Nisbet. Tierney get done there on a mad counter now. Great recovery there by McTominay. Pass it back. John McGinn collects it. Look, somebody come available. Right, over to Robertson. That's fine. Move forward. Over to Gilmore. You can see Ryan Fraser down there. There, he gets the ball. Look at the spaces. Good ball in there from Fraser. Great cover there. Oh, what a save! What a save. That was a great save. Same mistake as Lyndon Dykes header on Saturday, straight at the keeper, but that's a great ball from Ryan Fraser. I don't think John McGinn really had a choice when that ball was going there. He just getting a head on it was a difficult challenge for him. Oh, it's a great ball from their keeper straight back to their left winger. They've got a player overlapping as well, but I don't think he knows. This guy knows though that he's passed. They pass it out there. Fairline's just outside our box at the corner. Oh, awful pass there. Recovered there by Scott McTominay. Come on the counter now. Go forward, boys. Go forward. Great ball down there. Ryan Christie is looking forward. He's only got 2 players available, and Lyndon Dykes and Scott McTominay of all people. Over there to Robertson. Robertson taking a shot from there. What are you thinking? Get the ball in. Back there to Robertson. We still hold possession outside the box. Tierney coming in now. Bit of miscommunication there from our left backs. Coming straight in. Great cross in there, but this time it was picked out. Billy Gilmore takes it with a shot deflected, and it went out again. Billy Gilmore's shots outside the box ratio here is absolutely tragic. He's about, what, 8 shots and only 1 on target. That was a deflection. Oh, that touch from Billy Gilmore was brilliant. So unlucky there not to get that in the bottom corner. Tell you, another late winner. Can we get another late winner? 80th minute now and it's still 0-0. There we go. Nathan Patterson and Kevin Nisbet's coming on. It's going to be a free kick to the Faroe Islands in our half though. Nathan Patterson more than likely for Ryan Fraser. And Kevin Nisbet, I assume, for Ryan Christie. Maybe not. Might be somebody else. Might be playing with 3 strikers because we know we need the win here. I don't think you take off Billy Gilmore now. I did say earlier on I would take him off, but he's really come into the game. I wouldn't be taking him off at all. I think this ref has really slowed the game down though with some of the silly challenges. Grant Hanley booked again, which is a soft yellow. I hope we can't win. Oh, you lost hope we can't win. I think we're still going to win. I have a feeling. If they score from this I might reconsider, but... that was very... They should have scored. They should have scored, but now we're on the counter here. Cal McGregor, Robertson going forward. Somebody else making a link-up play here. We've not made our subs yet. That was an awful ball there to Tierney from Billy Gilmore. Right, can we take our subs now? Yeah, we're making our subs now. Right, who's coming off? Ryan Fraser for Nathan Patterson, as we predicted that one. And Kevin Nisbet for Ryan Chris. Yeah, very, very basic subs there. We just didn't predict the other one. What's the game been like? We're putting on the pressure, but not getting the goals. Like the first half, it was very even, but the second half, they've only really had 1 chance, and we just cannot score. We can't get the ball on target. I mean, if we do, it's right to the keeper, which is a bit useless. So we have, I'd say, 10 minutes left. I'd say there'll be about 3 or 4 minutes added injury time here, depending on what happens. Cal McGregor collects the ball now. McTominay's going forward. We've got the ball in their half again, but no one's making themselves available. Nathan Patterson is down that right hand side. Billy Gilmore over there to Cal McGregor. Back to Grant Hanley, who just got a yellow card there that was a bit pointless. Right, this isn't the time to be trying to tire them out. You're not going to get them tired in 10 minutes. Nathan Patterson's got the ball there. He's got a ball there that gets deflected. Straight down there, deflected by their keeper, and straight back out. And we're probably going to collect this. Craig Gordon, come and get this. Come on. We need to go a bit further here. Nathan Patterson gets shoved off the ball there. We're going to get a throw in high up the pitch. Oh no, it's not. It's their throw. Oh, it's going to be a draw. It's going to be a bloody draw. Yeah, good result for the Faroe Islands if they get a draw, but like, come on, do us a turn. Ball coming in there. Billy Gilmore wins a header. Touchdown there. John McGinn runs onto it. And it goes out for a corner. 84th minute corner. There should be something coming up. Like we've got to take advantage of these situations here. It's our 5th corner and we've not even had one on target. Straight in, keeper palms it out there. Billy Gilmore comes in to collect it, looking for someone available to him. He passes straight back there to Andy Robertson on the halfway line, who's got a big long ball. We've kept all our players up there, which is good. A bit of defending there. I don't think there'll be 6 or 7 minutes added. No way. Oh, they've got a good counter attack going on here. Oh, he slipped though. That's going to be their throw-in at just beyond the halfway line. I don't see 6 or 7 minutes getting added. No chance. It's more than likely going to be 4. We might be lucky to get 5. Nothing's really happened in this half to, I think, justify that. There has been a lot of time wasting, granted. You know, stop the negativity. We've got to believe. We've got to believe. We done it on Saturday. We can do it again. McGregor to Tierney. Tierney over to Robertson. We're moving into their half of the pitch now. Over to Callum McGregor, who's been brilliant since he's come on. Billy Gilmore's now got the ball. Pass it straight out there to Nathan Patterson, his ex-Rangers teammate, who's going to get a cross into the ball. And it was taken out, and we get the goal! Believe! Believe! I tell you. Believe. You got to have faith. Bloody bust out that song from... Can't mind the boy's name anymore, but got to have faith. Come on. Lyndon Dykes gets the 4 and a 4. Believe. He gets it on the volley again. Fucking told yous. Patterson as well, the boy that we all said to come on there early on, gets it. Oh, is that an OG? That is an OG. Lyndon Dykes might claim it, but it was definite an OG. Oh, don't know what happened there. I think it deflected off the defender, off Lyndon Dykes. That's a goal. Is this going to the VAR? The referee's probably going to look at it. Aye. Could go to handball check. You can't give a handball for that goal though, because it deflected. Oh, come on. You gotta believe, boys. Nope, didn't hit his hand. Didn't hit his hand. Believe it didn't hit his hand. No, it's a goal. 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 It's not a goal. It's a goal. Is that a goal? Not chest. Chest. His arm's over here and you can see the ricochet happens over there. Or that hand. The ball came in, deflected up, and the ball deflected with his hands over here. I don't think you can see that, but aye. It's a goal. It's definitely a goal. Please just give us the answer. It's a goal. It's a goal. Yes, it's a goal. Come on. Yes. Tell you. What a cross from Patterson is right. Aye, that'll be another. You might be right now with that 6 or 7 minutes at a time for how long that took. Nearly there. It was a goal. Like, if that was taken off us, it would have been a joke. Yeah, Liam Cooper for Gilmore. That's a fair enough thing. Same as last time. Get him on for him. I called it. Gotta have faith, people. Gotta have faith. Negativity was no good for nobody. We were putting the pressure on. We were getting everything. They're going for it. They're going for it now, as you would expect. But we will get the counter attack and we'll win 2-0. It's what I said would happen at the start of the match, and we'll be good. I've had a dream about it. We're going to get another goal now, and we'll be good. I said 2-0. That's a foul. Scott McTominay, don't give away a yellow card there for a stupid push. Oh, the stress. 2 yellow cards. Well, Scott McTominay, that was just stupid to give a yellow card away there. We're already losing so many players in the second match now against Moldova. That was a stupid, like, you didn't need to push him. 7 minutes. Who called it there, Jamie? You did. You got it right, but not for the reason. But we'll give it to you. You said 6 or 7 minutes. You were spot on for the time wasting. But that was a long VAR check, a long one. Can we hold on for 7 minutes? I still think we're going to get another goal. We're going to go on the counter attack. Throw in now for them at our corner flag. So I haven't been doing any commentating at all. I've just been like too tuned into the game here. Lyndon Dykes now, I don't even know what I'm chatting about. That's him got that record of scoring in 4 consecutive games, the first time since 1961. Faroe Islands moving up the pitch here with a throw in, and it's out for our throw because we never touched the ball. We're going to be taking these very slow. Get that clock ran down. Nathan Patterson over here to Lyndon Dykes, who touches it. It's going to be another Scotland throw at the corner flag. Another 1-0 game. Touches out. Scott McTominay goes forward with it. Dribbles past 1 or 2 players. Goes through. Gets a bit of a deflection. Ball comes out there. Andy Robertson's going to recover it. Dribble that down into that corner flag. Please. He's going to take it down there as predicted. Oh, he loses possession of the ball there. Going to be a free kick though to Scotland. I still think we're going to get another one. I just have a feeling. I've had a bit of deja vu here. We're going to get a 2-0. Cool lol VAR, man. I was hiding behind the couch, need to remember, but Craig Gordon kept us in it. He did at the very start of the match. I'd say our man of the match though is probably Kieran Tierney, just due to his second half performances. We can just keep winning as many free kicks down this corner as possible. VAR's been very good to Scotland, but like the goal was given and it wouldn't have been taken back. It was more important to us on Saturday than it was today. Because it was more important to keep Israel at like just beyond arm's length in this one. Nah, they were saying they preferred the stoppage time to Saturday. Like, I didn't really. Because you had to actually get something. This is holding on. Ball comes in straight to the Faroes' defence. They've got the ball hoofed right up there, but collected there by Grant Hanley. He's probably going to pass it right back to Craig Gordon. He's going to do bugger all the way. Oh, Jesus, don't let him get that close. No. Don't let him get that close. Lyndon Dykes touches it on there. John McGinn naps it out there to Andy Robertson. Are they going to whip it in? No, they're probably going to run it down to the corner flag. Robertson just doing what he needs to do. Keeping time going. Him and Cal McGregor just passing it around. Yeah, that is this is a long 3 minutes we've got to wait now. Craig Gordon hoofs it up. Lyndon Dykes misses it. Oh, Kevin Nisbet goes, gets a free kick. That's it. It was the same against Austria. Like, just run down the clock. Doesn't matter to the Faroe Islands, it matters to us. We're making another sub. Olsen coming on for Edmondson. Oh, there we go. Cal McGregor going forward. Where's he going with the ball? Gets a shot off, goes fumbling. It hit the keeper, but fumbles off it. Hang on, I haven't seen another goal coming from Denmark. Have they drew with Austria? No, Denmark scored against Austria, so yeah. That's good for them. Going forward there. Another free kick to Scotland in their half. We'll take it. Denmark, yeah, I just looked at that there myself. So that's Denmark qualified now, I believe. Long ball there from Robertson, coming straight over there to Lyndon Dykes, who's touched it down, who got his goal to break the record. He's keeping the ball now up here on the far right hand side of the pitch. Back to Patterson. Back to Liam Cooper, who is probably going to pass it back to Craig Gordon. No, he changes round and hoofs it right up to the pitch to John McGinn, who was inviting the foul and gets the foul. More time wasted. Who knew that we had to invite so many fouls and time waste for 7 and a bit minutes? It doesn't matter. Yeah, he was already on his knees there when the player was coming in. Long ball now over to Lyndon Dykes, who touches it down, and he's just going to wait over there. No, he doesn't. He passes it back to Patterson. Back to Dykes, who tries to flick it. They get a throw in now. They're going to go for the long throw going up. That's correct, Jamie. We beat Moldova. The playoffs are ours. I did put a link to the rules of the playoffs in the description down below. And we do want to win against Moldova and hopefully get a point against Denmark, to be honest. Because what we do need is goal difference. And even points as well, you know. Because what we do, we want to be one of the seeded teams. So we play our game at home first and not have to worry about playing an away game, because if it's going to be an away game like tonight, I don't think my blood pressure can take it. This is the Faroe Islands and we're struggling, so if we come up against like Portugal or something, it's going to be game over. I can hear them singing Super John McGinn. At 7 minutes and 22 seconds now. There's got to be just a fractions of seconds left now. My phone's vibrating here, so I don't know what's happened, if that's a goal or not. It's going to be VAR for something. Oh, it's never easy. It's going to be it there. That's it. Yeah, we want to make sure we're in the top seed here, because we don't want to fuck up coming up against Sweden, Ukraine, or like apparently we might be able to play Albania, which that would be the best, I think, result we can get. I don't know who, I suppose we don't know who the Nations League teams are either, because you don't know who's qualified or not yet, because it goes to the teams, the best teams who didn't qualify from the Euros, them positions. That's it. Fair play, Scotland. Oh, we take it. We absolutely take it. It wasn't as scary as it was or as exciting as it was on Saturday, but we'll take it. A 1-0 win. We beat Austria, Moldova, and now Faroe Islands all 1-0, so we'll take them victories as we go for them. We will be back now for Moldova in I can't remember the date in November, but it'll be back-to-back games between them and probably an already qualified Denmark, so they might not be playing their strongest squad. So we do have that opportunity, but 1-1 against Moldova and we're in the playoffs. But we still want to make sure we get them. I'll take this because these over chatting to me in my head. We do want to make sure that we get them points still against Moldova, so we're in a better position for who we do get in the playoffs. Very exciting game, I suppose, at the end there, but like we didn't put our chances away that we could have. We like the second half they weren't there, which we're Scotland's a second half team. Like we always come back the second half and prove a lot more, which is good. But there was definitely areas that we need to work on massively there. And against, like, there were players were mentioning this on their Twitters and stuff, that there's going to be a mad 5 months between the next time we play in November and back in for the playoffs. But that puts us now on 17 points. Israel's on 13. Denmark have already qualified because we can't catch up in 23 points, which is fine. It is a fight now between Israel and Scotland for second place. Austria can't get it. So, and Austria have to play Israel as well. So, and that's the next game. So even if we don't beat Moldova and Israel don't beat Austria, that's us qualified as well. So there is a couple of other chances there. Thanks for the watch along to you, Jamie. I will see you back in November for the Moldova game. It's been quite exciting doing these. I definitely want to fix the live stream because for some reason my Streamlabs is in HD, but on this I'm only getting 480. But I'll make sure to fix that for coming back in November time. There will be some videos in that in between, so thanks very much for subscribing, everyone. It's been good actually watching these with people as well. Like, the wife prefers it as well because I'm not taking control of the telly, which is good. But yeah, I've enjoyed this. Fair play to Scotland. Obviously this stream was not nearly as lively and didn't have as many highlights as we did on Saturday night, but I don't think many games would. Getting a 93rd minute winner is probably one of the best feelings you'll ever get. But fair play, we'll take it. I'll see you all again in November for the Scotland-Moldova game and then for the Scotland and Denmark game. And you might see me at the playoffs if we do make it. We should make it now. Surely we should make it. Thanks everyone for tuning in. Come on, Scotland. I'll see you in November. Good luck.